So empathy is very, very important because it allows us to see past what the numbers are supposed to say. So, okay, one of the first things is you have to be able to understand and relate to other people's emotions. Most of the time, other people are not thinking about other people's emotions. They're thinking about what works for them, their own emotions. If something makes them angry, they're thinking about their anger, their rage, their frustration, their disappointment, whatever they're thinking about, they're thinking about their emotions. I wouldn't say it's a low percentage of people that are empathetic, but it's not a great percentage of people that are empathetic. Most people are thinking about their own emotions and how they feel and acting on how they feel and not acting in respect to how someone else is going to feel. So, in order to be able to act on how somebody else is going to feel, you have to consider their emotions. In order to do that, you have to be an active listener. In a world full of talkers, full of people that talk for a living, or they talk to make friends, or they are doing whatever they're doing, how they gain acceptance or how they feel a part of the world is through conversation. And there's nothing wrong with that. But one of the things the world needs, in leadership especially, is being able to listen. If you're going to be a leader in anywhere and have an impact, you need to make sure you know how to listen. You are familiar with the process of active listening, being able to listen and apply what you heard from a place of value. Somebody told you what they value, and you give them what they value. Being an active listener is one of the most important things that you can think of in being empathetic. To understand people's emotions, you're going to have to actively listen to them. You have to be sensitive to what other people need. So, how we're talking about with value and listening to people, they will tell you their needs. If you listen to people, they will tell you what you want to know. If you want to know what they value, they will eventually tell you. But you have to listen and you have to be interested. You have to be curious about what they need and what they value. If not, then you're going to struggle with being able to be empathetic and make decisions from a place of empathy. And so the next thing is to handle difficult conversations with grace and tact. So being tactful does not mean always being politically correct or always saying the right thing or having a way with words. It means trying. I'm trying to respect other people's feelings. I'm making an effort. Am I always going to be perfect? No, but I am always going to try. And that is grace. That is being able to have those difficult conversations, with being able to have them without just like blurting things out and hurting people's feelings and being, people say that it's brash, but it's really just rude. Um, Make sure if you're going to be empathetic, you're going to handle very hard conversations with grace and tact. Take time to understand other people's perspectives, not just their emotions. So frequently, people will process their emotions and come up with their own opinions and perspectives. And if you're able to be empathetic, then you're able to have the right type of process towards their perspective after their process, which takes a whole lot of waiting and waiting for them to process their own emotions and not think about just what your perspective is, but let them process their emotions and let them listen to their perspective. If you're in a rush, then you got to be able to tell them, hey, I need you to process this. If you need me to take a step back, but I need you to process this so I understand your perspective. I'm not going to make a decision till I understand your perspective, but I've got to make a decision at this time. So I would like your perspective in between this period of time. That's how you kind of handle that. Show kindness and compassion. Um, One of the things the world lacks is kindness and compassion for other people, and not just their journey, not just their emotions, not just their own self-interest, but really thinking about the actual person, how that's going to affect them long term.